Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're unraveling one of the most intriguing mysteries currently gripping General Hospital fans. Two beloved characters, Sam McCall and Dex Heller, have met shocking, untimely deaths, or so it seems. Are they truly gone, or is there more to the story? With Cyrus Renault at the center of this web of deceit, the stakes are higher than ever. From conspiracy theories to character motivations, this video will dissect every clue and possibility. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest GH drama. Let's dive into this tangled tale. The heart of the mystery, Sam's secrets and the dangers she faced. Let's start with the most pressing question: why did Sam McCall become a target? Sam was known for her investigative prowess, often pursuing leads with unwavering determination. It's possible that her curiosity led her to uncover a dangerous secret about Cyrus Renault, a secret so threatening that Cyrus decided she had to be eliminated. But what exactly did Sam uncover? Fans speculate that she might have stumbled upon incriminating documents, recordings, or even witnesses that exposed Cyrus's darkest dealings. If that's the case, where is this evidence now? Could it be hidden somewhere in Port Charles, waiting to be discovered? Sam's death feels deliberate, a calculated move to silence her before she could bring Cyrus down. Yet, this raises another question: did she plan for this possibility? Perhaps Sam left behind a trail of breadcrumbs, clues that someone close to her might uncover. If so, her story may not be over. After all, in Port Charles, death is rarely permanent. Dex's demise, a warning or a fatal misstep? Dex Heller's untimely death adds another layer to this intricate puzzle. Known for his bravery and sharp instincts, Dex had been circling Cyrus's activities for weeks. His discovery that Cyrus was present at the hospital on the day of Sam's death likely sealed his fate. Dex's stabbing in the park was brutal and shocking, but the real mystery lies in what happened next. After surviving the initial attack, Dex unexpectedly succumbed to a heart attack eerily similar to the circumstances of Sam's death. The use of digitalis, a potent toxin, points directly to Cyrus. Could Dex have been silenced because he was getting too close to uncovering the truth? Perhaps he connected the dots between Sam's death and Cyrus's presence at the hospital. If so, he may have left behind vital information. Was there a hidden clue, a message, or even a recording that might explain why he was targeted? A larger plan: is this all part of a trap? As the pieces of this puzzle come together, one theory stands out: could the deaths of Sam and Dex be part of an elaborate plan to trap Cyrus Renault? This idea has fans buzzing, especially given the history of fake deaths and miraculous resurrections in Port Charles. Imagine this: Anna Devane and Jack Brennan, both known for their strategic brilliance, team up to stage these deaths. The goal? To lure Cyrus into a false sense of security and gather the evidence needed to bring him down for good. If this theory is true, it means Sam and Dex are alive, working covertly behind the scenes. This would explain why their deaths, though shocking, feel unresolved. A dramatic return would not only upend Cyrus's plans but also deliver a satisfying twist for fans. Valentine's potential involvement, a mastermind in the shadows. Another intriguing possibility is the involvement of Valentine Cassadine. As a character with deep connections and a history of manipulation, Valentine's presence in this storyline would elevate the stakes. Could Valentine have faked Sam's death to protect her and gather evidence against Cyrus? His cunning nature and willingness to play the long game make this scenario plausible. Moreover, his connection to Sam through the Cassadine family adds another layer of complexity. If Valentine is involved, it suggests that this storyline is part of a much larger battle for power and control in Port Charles. His motivations are rarely straightforward, which makes his potential role in these events all the more compelling. Cyrus Renault, the man behind the chaos. At the center of it all is Cyrus Renault, a man whose actions have left a trail of devastation. From tampering with Lulu Spencer's ventilator to orchestrating the deaths of Sam and Dex, Cyrus's motives remain murky yet undeniably sinister. Was the sabotage of Lulu's ventilator an attempt to exert control, or was it part of a larger plan to eliminate threats? And what drove him to target Sam and Dex with such precision? These questions highlight the complexity of Cyrus's character and the danger he poses to everyone in Port Charles. Fan theories: could the dead return? General Hospital fans are no strangers to characters miraculously returning from the dead. Whether through fake deaths, medical miracles, or clever plot twists, Port Charles has a knack for resurrection. Many fans believe that Sam and Dex's deaths are temporary, part of a larger narrative that will culminate in their dramatic return. Whether it's through a secret plan, a miraculous recovery, or a shocking reveal, their stories feel far from over. The emotional fallout: Port Charles reacts. The deaths of Sam and Dex have sent shockwaves through Port Charles, affecting everyone from family members to friends. For characters like Laura Collins and Anna Devane, the loss is personal and painful. But amidst the grief, there's a growing determination to seek justice. As the residents of Port Charles begin to connect the dots, the focus shifts to exposing Cyrus and avenging the fallen. This emotional undercurrent adds depth to the storyline, making the stakes feel even higher. Speculations and predictions: what's next? As this storyline unfolds, several questions remain unanswered. Are Sam and Dex truly gone, or are they working behind the scenes to bring Cyrus down? Is Valentine pulling the strings, or are Anna and Jack orchestrating the ultimate takedown? And what role will the hidden secrets of Sam and Dex play in the coming episodes? The possibilities are endless, and the drama is far from over. With so many threads to unravel, the next chapter of this story promises to be one of the most explosive yet. Final thoughts: the perfect blend of intrigue and suspense. This General Hospital storyline delivers everything fans love: mystery, emotion, and the promise of shocking twists. From the calculated actions of Cyrus Renaud to the potential resurrection of Sam and Dex, every moment is layered with tension and intrigue. What do you think, GH fans? Are Sam and Dex alive, working in secret to take down Cyrus? Is Valentine involved, or is this all part of Anna and Jack's plan? Next, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping moments in General Hospital history: the tragic and mysterious death of Dex Heller. But is this really the end of Dex, or is there more to his story? With so many loose ends, shocking twists, and unresolved questions, I've got my own theory about why we haven't seen the last of this compelling character. Stick around as we break it all down, explore fan theories, and uncover what might really be happening behind the scenes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest GH drama. Let's get into it. A larger scheme in motion? Could Dex's death be a setup? Let's start with one of the most intriguing possibilities. Could Dex's death be part of a calculated plan to bring down Cyrus Renaud? It wouldn't be the first time General Hospital orchestrated a fake death for the greater good. After all, Port Charles thrives on drama, secrets, and surprising comebacks. Dex's demise feels almost too convenient. Stabbed in the park where Cyrus was conveniently collecting donations, then poisoned with digitalis while recovering, it all seems orchestrated. Could Sonny Corinthos, Michael Corinthos, or even Anna Devane have devised this plan to flush out Cyrus's true intentions? Perhaps they needed Dex to appear out of the picture to lure Cyrus into a false sense of security. If this theory holds water, we might see Dex return at the perfect moment, armed with evidence to take Cyrus down for good. Imagine the shockwaves this would send through Port Charles. A life of trauma and resilience. Dex's backstory unveiled. To understand Dex's character, we have to look at his turbulent past, which shaped him into the man he was. Growing up in a household where violence was normalized, Dex endured relentless bullying and physical abuse from his two older brothers. The emotional scars ran deep, as did the physical ones. He was hospitalized 5 times during his childhood. Dex's parents, dismissive of his suffering, chalked it all up to boys being boys, leaving him feeling isolated and unsupported. Seeking an escape, Dex enlisted in the army. But even there, he encountered toxicity and abuse. His commanding officer's actions pushed him to the edge, leading Dex to take matters into his own hands. While his methods may have been extreme, they were rooted in a desire for justice. However, this ultimately led to his dishonorable discharge, a label that haunted him but also fueled his determination to rise above his circumstances. This backstory gave Dex a unique blend of resilience and vulnerability, making him one of the most relatable and intriguing characters on the show. The mobster's protege, Dex's journey in Port Charles. When Dex arrived in Port Charles, he wasted no time carving out a place for himself in Sonny Corinthos' world. Working his way into Sonny's inner circle was no small feat, but Dex's intelligence, grit, and charisma set him apart. What fans didn't know at first was that Dex had a secret mission. He was hired by Michael to gather dirt on Sonny. This betrayal added layers of complexity to his character. The tension came to a head when Sonny discovered the truth and brought Dex into the woods to execute him. Carly Spencer intervened just in time, saving Dex's life and deepening the bond between them. Dex's relationship with Carly's daughter, Jocelyn Jax, added even more drama. Though they faced ups and downs, their love story was compelling. Their recent reunion hinted at a brighter future until tragedy struck. The deadly domino effect, violence follows Dex. Dex's time in Port Charles wasn't without its dangers. From being tortured and hung on a meat hook to surviving gunshot wounds, Dex endured more than most. These harrowing experiences only strengthened his resolve to leave the mob life behind and pursue a more honorable path. His decision to join the police academy was a turning point. Becoming an officer symbolized Dex's desire to break free from his past and build a better future. But this decision ultimately cost him his life, or so it seems. The Digitalis poisoning raises significant questions. Was Cyrus seeking revenge for Sonny's failed assassination attempt, or was this a warning to anyone who dared cross him? Dex's connection to Sonny and his growing suspicions about Cyrus made him a prime target. Cyrus Renault, the puppet master behind it all? At the center of this chaos is Cyrus Renault, a man whose reputation for manipulation and violence precedes him. With Sam McCall's death also linked to Digitalis, it's hard not to see a pattern. Cyrus's presence at the hospital on the day of Sam's death and at the park during Dex's stabbing feels too coincidental to ignore. Was Cyrus systematically eliminating threats, or was there a deeper motive at play? Sam's death may have been a calculated move to shift attention away from Cyrus's broader plans. Meanwhile, Dex's demise seems personal, perhaps a punishment for his loyalty to Sonny or his failure to carry out Cyrus's assassination. Cyrus's cunning nature makes him a formidable adversary, and his role in these events leaves fans questioning what his endgame truly is. A legacy cut short, the impact of Dex's departure. Dex may have only been in Port Charles for a little under 2 years, but his impact was undeniable. His journey from mob enforcer to aspiring police officer showcased his growth and determination to rise above his circumstances. Evan Hofer's portrayal of Dex brought depth and authenticity to the character, making him a fan favorite. His chemistry with Jocelyn, his complex dynamic with Sonny, and his tragic backstory all contributed to a legacy that fans aren't ready to let go of. Fan theories: could Dex return? The General Hospital fanbase is nothing if not passionate, and many are holding out hope that Dex's death is not the end. The possibility of a staged death, a secret mission, or even a miraculous recovery keeps the speculation alive. Port Charles is a place where the impossible becomes possible. Whether through clever plotting or unexpected twists, the show has a history of bringing back characters when fans least expect it. Could Dex be the next to defy the odds? Final thoughts: the beginning of a new chapter? Dex's story is one of resilience, redemption, and untimely tragedy, or is it? As fans, we're left with more questions than answers, but one thing is clear: Dex's presence in Port Charles left an indelible mark. What do you think, GH fans? Is Dex truly gone, or is there a chance we'll see him again? Could his death be part of a larger plan to bring down Cyrus Renaud? Next, we're diving deep into one of the most shocking shakeups in General Hospital, Drew's monumental fall from grace. How did Port Charles's one-time hero go from beloved savior to the town's most talked-about flop? We're going to unpack the drama surrounding Drew Quartermaine's ousting at Aurora, his tangled relationships, and whether redemption is even possible for him. There's so much to talk about, so make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive into this wild story. Can Drew redeem himself, or is he beyond saving? The question on everyone's mind is whether Drew can salvage what's left of his reputation or if he's destined to spiral further into disgrace. Redemption isn't out of reach, but it's going to take a monumental effort. For starters, Drew needs to confront his biggest downfall, his inability to step back and reflect. His brash, in-your-face approach to conflict has only added fuel to the fire. If he hopes to rebuild, he'll need to take accountability for his actions, particularly when it comes to his entanglements with Willow and Nina. Words alone won't suffice. Drew must demonstrate genuine remorse through his actions. A temporary retreat might be the best course of action. Heading to DC to recalibrate and let tensions cool could give Drew the space he needs to re-evaluate his priorities. But stepping away isn't exactly Drew's style. His fiery nature and impulsive decisions have always driven him. Will he rise from the ashes or continue his free fall? Only time will tell. Drew's downfall, a hero turned villain in Port Charles. It's hard to believe that Drew, once celebrated as one of Port Charles's heroes, has become its most controversial figure. His descent from grace has been swift and jarring. Drew's reputation took a nosedive the moment his personal life began unraveling. Betting Nina was one thing, but his involvement with Willow, his nephew's wife, pushed him into irredeemable territory for many. The betrayal felt personal, not just to Michael but to the entire Quartermaine family. Once regarded as a moral compass in the community, Drew now finds himself the subject of gossip and disdain. The town's collective disdain for Drew isn't entirely unjustified. His reckless behavior has alienated even his closest allies. What's worse is that Drew's response to his downfall has been to double down on his mistakes rather than taking steps to rectify them. Can he find a way back, or has the damage been done? The Aurora takeover, Curtis's ruthless power play. Now let's talk about the business betrayal that sent shockwaves through Port Charles. On the December 19th episode, Drew walked into Aurora expecting to reclaim control, only to find himself blindsided by Curtis and Michael's scheming. In a calculated move, Michael and Curtis spread false rumors about Aurora filing for bankruptcy, causing the company's stock to plummet. While Drew was scrambling to regain his footing, Curtis swooped in and bought up the majority shares, effectively taking control. The ultimate insult came when Curtis slid Drew's nameplate off the CEO's door with a smirk, handing it back like a trophy. Curtis's flex wasn't just a business move, it was personal. For Curtis, this was payback for Drew's betrayal, and he made sure Drew felt every ounce of it. For Drew, this betrayal was a wake-up call, but it also fueled his desire for revenge. While his instinct is to fight back, doing so could further tarnish his image. What's clear is that Curtis and Michael now hold all the cards, and Drew is left grasping at straws. The fallout, how Port Charles views Drew now. The reaction from Port Charles has been brutal. Public opinion has turned against Drew, with many feeling he's reaping what he's sown. The once admired hero is now seen as a cautionary tale, a man whose hubris and poor decisions led to his downfall. Even those who once supported Drew are questioning their allegiance. His entanglements with Nina and Willow have cast a shadow over his character, making it difficult for anyone to stand by him. The betrayal felt by Michael and the Quartermaines has only amplified the community's disdain. Drew's challenge now is not only to rebuild his reputation but also to regain the trust of those he's hurt. Whether he can achieve that remains to be seen, but the road ahead will undoubtedly be difficult. Curtis and Michael, the unlikely alliance. Curtis's rise to power at Aurora wouldn't have been possible without Michael's help. Together, they orchestrated one of the most ruthless takeovers Port Charles has ever seen. For Michael, this was more than a business move, it was personal. Drew's betrayal of his trust in his family made this coup feel like justice. By aligning with Curtis, Michael ensured that Drew would face the consequences of his actions both personally and professionally. Curtis, on the other hand, saw an opportunity and seized it. His calculated approach and willingness to play dirty made him the perfect partner for Michael in this endeavor. Together, they've cemented their positions at Aurora, leaving Drew out in the cold. The personal toll on Drew's relationships. Beyond the business fallout, Drew's personal relationships have taken a significant hit. His betrayal of Michael and his involvement with Willow have created rifts that may never heal. Michael, once a trusted ally, now sees Drew as a threat. The revelation of Drew's affair with Willow has left Michael feeling betrayed not just as a business partner but as a family member. This betrayal has sent shockwaves through the Quartermaine family, leaving Drew isolated and ostracized. Even his relationship with Nina, once a source of solace, has become strained. The fallout from their affair has made it difficult for either of them to move forward, leaving Drew without a support system. Final thoughts: is redemption possible for Drew? As we wrap up, it's clear that Drew's journey is far from over. His fall from grace has been dramatic, but it's not necessarily the end of his story. Redemption is possible, but it will require a complete overhaul of his approach to life. Drew needs to step back, reflect on his mistakes, and make amends with those he's hurt. Whether he chooses to take this path or continue his downward spiral will determine his future in Port Charles.